Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Alf and I are just, well, he's attempting to settle. I feel like I have been settled and ready, but he's just now gathering all of his belongings that he wanted to bring in for the video. I will warn you, he brought his favorite bone, and he's gonna be chewing on that in the background. I hope you can't hear too much of it. Please consider it some free pug ASMR. Anyway, it's time to talk about candles and wax melts from the last week. So I have my hoard of stuff sitting beside me here on the table, and we're gonna go through and talk about all the candles and wax melts from the last week that I was using and do updates and talk about things. We're basically just chit-chatting about candles here, and yeah, Alf likes to help his mom, and I am finishing up a cup of coffee, so hold please. Also, I would like to thank my friend Susan for sending me this Starbucks mug from Maryland. I do not live in Maryland. I kind of wish that I did sometimes, only because then I would be on the East Coast, and then I would get my candles faster. Because I feel like all the candle companies are on the East Coast. I live in Oregon, and yeah, the candles do usually, no matter what company they're coming from, travel west on a donkey, like on the Oregon Trail. So anyway, yeah, you guys, let's talk wax. I always do this little preface at the beginning of each video because there's always someone who's like, what's a candle crock? So a candle crock is a candle accessory. If you want to know more about it, I'm going to link a video down below that talks all about candle crocks. And I think I might actually update that video this year. Usually every couple years I do like an updated version of my candle crock 101. I will also put a candle lamp 101. Now that being said, really didn't use my candle crocks much this past week, and I also did not use my candle lamp well. I didn't use my candle lamp at all this week, so yeah, not much to discuss there. But if you're curious about either of those concepts, check those videos out. Also in the description box down below, if any of the candles that I discuss here are currently available, there will be links to where to purchase them down there. If I have a discount code, that will be down there. I will try to remember to put sale information in the description box, just kind of like break things down a little bit in case I forget to mention it in the video, that type of stuff. So yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Currently burning, I do not have a single candle lit right now. I also do not have a single Scentsy warmer on yet today. It is currently Friday, I think it's like noon or something, so I'm getting a slow start to my day. And after this video, I'm going to be putting some wax in my warmers and lighting up a candle or two and getting the home fragrance going. Please let me know in the comments down below what you are currently burning or melting while watching this video. It's always fun to see what other people are using, especially in like transition times, such as like right after the holidays. This is a huge like transition season for me because I never really know what to burn or melt right after Christmas. January and February are probably my least favorite months. I love winter, but just in terms of like, you know, I'm definitely done with the holiday stuff. Burning anything that is tree scented just bums me out after Christmas, because I'm one of those Christmas nuts. Like I go ham, right? Like I decorate my house to the hilt, and I get really sad when I have to put everything away because it just looks so plain. Like I'm looking around this living room, there's no more fun little reindeers and trees, and you know, all the ornaments are put away, all the glitter is gone, and yeah, that's a little bit of a letdown for me each year. I'm trying to embrace each season and each part of the year a little bit more, because as I get older, I realize that time is flying by like crazy, and I really should be more present and enjoy each season for what it is. So this is my first year in really giving that the old college try. Don't get me wrong, it's a struggle. But, you know, here's the thing. You only live so long and you shouldn't wish time by. Just enjoy each moment, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I need to get going with some home fragrance when I'm done here. Let's start grabbing candles and discussing. I'm gonna start with all of the Homeworx candles that I was burning this week. So one of my commitments at the start of this year was to get through at least a decent percentage of my Homeworx backlog, or my stash, if you will. I worked really hard over the last couple of years to whittle down my Bath & Body Works collection. I finally have that within what I would consider a very reasonable amount. But the Homeworx collection has kind of exploded over the last couple of years as I was whittling down the Bath & Body Works collection, because I think I'm still working on this whole not collecting things all the time situation that I'm trying to create in my life. And hi. Hello. And that's hard, right? But also I was buying a lot of my candles for many years from QVC. And when you purchase Homeworx candles from QVC, they usually either come in a set of 2 or oftentimes even in a set of 3. Now, when I found scents that I really liked, I was purchasing multiple sets or multiple trios. And that really caused my collection to go kaboom. And, you know, I love my Homeworx candles. I will always probably purchase Homeworx candles. But I don't need I don't need 60 of them. So, and I don't even know if that's exactly how many I have. I am just making a guesstimation. Moral of the story is I have too much for my personal comfort level. So I'm going to spend the first couple months of the new year trying to refrain from purchasing a ton of new Homeworx candles. If there's new stuff that comes out that I'm interested in, especially if it's for like the spring, like I do want to be testing candles, but I also have made the commitment to work through my stash. So this week I've been burning a lot of my Homeworx candles. There's even like 3 that I've been burning that were leftovers from last year that I wanted to review at the end of 2022, but just never got around to. So look for those reviews coming up. But anyway, this week I busted out one of my coconut cake scents. I put this one in the dining room. It's so good. I will say, for being a like coconut cake scented candle, it smells quite a bit like caramel, but I feel like it's caramel done quite well, at least in the case of this one. A lot of Harry's caramel scents are a little bit too cloying, a little bit too sweet for me, but this one I can really get behind and enjoy. The notes on this one read toasted coconut, coconut milk, whipped cream, buttercream frosting, baked cake, and pecan. Nowhere in here does it mention caramel, but I just smell a lot of caramel in here. I also smell that like coconut base as well. It's delicious. I love this scent. I was really happy to see it come back. It was one of the kind of OG scents from Homeworx. I believe it was originally released when the 3 wicks were around, and I want to say that it was paired with berry trifle. Do you guys remember the striped candles? Oh, those were so... I think I finished actually my last original berry trifle 3 wick last summer, and it really bummed me out to do that, but also I really enjoyed it. So good. I know Homeworx can make really strong candles in terms of like just overall strength and throw, and I'm really hoping that this is the year that they're gonna get back to that. So I will let you guys know. The reviews will be coming. But anyway, been burning this. Also busted into the berry pumpkin waffles, which heavenly. I love this one. It's so, so good. This is another one of those OG scents that came out towards the beginning days of the Homeworx brand over on QVC, and just super enjoyable. This is a really delicious gourmand that has a nice like waffle type note to it, and you can kind of smell the berry compote as well. It's really delicious. I definitely prefer the strength and throw of the original, but this one's not bad. I have it in my kitchen and it's doing just great in the kitchen. And as far as the performance of this coconut cake, this one was from 2022. And this one in the dining room is actually quite strong. Now this one has been sitting for a few months, which again, sort of makes me feel like I have the experience that with the vast majority of my Homeworx candles, if I let them sit for several months, they just tend to somehow increase in strength. Now, I don't know if that's because they're curing or I'm making that up in my head. I don't know. I just feel like when I first get the candles and I light them, they tend to be definitely on the lighter end of the spectrum. If I let them sit for a few months, they do increase in strength and throw. I feel like I can smell them better after they've been sitting. So that being said, I don't think you should have to do that. Most of the candles that you purchase, you should just be able to light up right away and they should be good to go. So hopefully that'll be the case again coming up. So another Homeworx candle that I've started burning and kind of testing out, and I'm still at the pretty beginning stages of this one, is the Next for Autism chocolate chip banana pancakes. Harry created this candle as a fundraiser, and I really actually like the scent itself. It really does smell like chocolate chip pancakes. It's delicious. This was one where when I first received this in the mail, it was kind of light on cold sniff, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna let it sit. I wanted to review this one right away because, you know, this was a candle obviously for a good cause, but I also wanted to enjoy the experience and make sure that I got the most out of it. So let it sit for a couple months and I was able to smell it a whole lot better. I really like this one. I hope it sticks around. Laura definitely kept the apple blossom. So Nest candles, which Laura Slatkin and Harry Slatkin are married. Most of us know this, but if you're new to the candle community, these two people are married. They are both in the fragrance industry. They have separate brands. Nest is what I would consider a like higher end, more luxury candle brand. They also do personal fragrance. Love the Nest perfumes. If you've never tried them, love them. The next time you're at Sephora, go check them out. Laura has a nose for personal fragrance, let me tell you. She also has a nose for candles as well. And she created Apple Blossom, which was also a basically benefit or fundraiser, or, you know, like proceeds from that candle, the Apple Blossom, went to the Next for Autism organization. So there's that. Anyway, I'll still review that coming up soon. Another one is Happy New Year. This was a leftover from last year that I didn't get around to burning, but also this is definitely more of a like fruity type of scent for sure. So this one has been quite fun to burn in January, and I'm kind of glad that I saved it, perfectly honest, because like I said, I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out what to burn this time of year. So the review for that's coming up. I also purchased these from QVC. Now, I kind of wish I would have reviewed these a little bit sooner because they're now sold out. However, I'm still gonna review it because the scent Sugar Plum Dreams could potentially return. This is another really like fruity one that is kind of nice for the start of the new year. This is really interesting. This kind of has like a chalky, almost like sweet tarts type note in here. It's really interesting. This smells like a very fruity sweet tart. So if you took the sweet tarts, like those chalky candies, and you mixed them with the like spree candies that come in like the roll tube sprees, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. If you mix those two, like the fruitiness from the sprees, but kind of that like chalky powdery scent from, no, they're Smarties. They're not sweet tarts, they're Smarties. Smarties are what I'm thinking of. That powdery Smarties note. This is so interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna review this. I'm past the halfway point, so I feel very comfortable reviewing this one. And I will also say, I'm finding that these 3 wicks are burning really well for me. That being said, I hope they're not just, I hope this isn't one of those shrinkflation things where Homeworx is just going to downsize to just doing these 3 wicks. I don't think that they are, and I certainly have not heard that, but I'm just thinking in my head, I think I'd be disappointed by that. Not I think, I would be very disappointed by that. And again, I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but I'm noticing more and more of this 3 wick format in this smaller jar. So there are 14 ounces in these 3 wicks, and there are 18 ounces in the 4 wicks. So there's the size difference. There's the comparison for you guys. Yeah, I want those extra ounces of wax. I also want the extra wick. I want more surface area. I feel like it helps with strength and throw, especially since currently we are on the lighter end of the spectrum when it comes to the Homeworx candles. All right, so we have discussed Homeworx. Feel like I'm doing good here. Got some things to review, got some things from my backup stash that I'm just plain old enjoying, and that's another thing I'm trying to do this year, is not just burn candles that I'm reviewing or that I feel like I need to review for my channel, but also just burning things that I just plain old love. So there's that. These 2 are coming up in reviews tomorrow, so I'm not going to say too much about them. These are the remaining 2 fragrances that I had left over from last year from the Mercury Glass collection. That was the limited edition pre-sale collection. I have Sweet Winter Mint, and I also have Merry Christmas. These reviews are coming up tomorrow, and that will wrap up all of the outstanding Kringle reviews, I think. At any rate, I'm gonna cut off the Kringle holiday reviews after this. And in fact, I looked into my Kringle candle cabinet and noticed that I still actually have several country candles from the fall that I never got around to reviewing. So at this point, I'm just gonna save those and leave them for this coming fall season and maybe review them at that point, or maybe just melt them or burn them and enjoy them. I don't know. But moral of the story is, there were several candles that I purchased last year that I never even got around to recording reviews of. So sort of tells me that maybe I should be buying less to review. But I don't know. I also want to try all the new scents. It's hard. This is difficult. Okay, one more Kringle, well, actually 2 more Kringles to mention here. This is the one that I pulled out of my candle crock in the laundry room. This was Winter Wonder, and I reviewed this one. I liked it when it was burning, but you know what? I actually liked it better when it was melting. The fragrance was softer and prettier. I'm smelling it like there's any like fragrance oils left in here. I left this in my candle crock for darn near, I think, 2 weeks, and finally was like, I can't smell anything in my laundry room. And then I decided, yeah, I probably should just finally like turn it off, let this wax harden, and take it out. So this is what I mean by a candle that was in a candle crock. Biggest thing I want to stress to you is, now that this is like scentless, I can no longer light this. Do you see how those wicks have moved? That's a fire hazard, because if this glass, which is rated to be used with candles, obviously, but even this type of glass, if you have a wick right up next to it, over time, it could potentially get hot to the point where it cracks and breaks the glass. And then you not only have a mess on your hands, as in a flow of wax lava, but also that's a freaking fire hazard. So once you commit a candle to a crock, in the crock it stays, and once you turn it off, away it goes, either to be cleaned out, to be put in the recycling bin, or you reuse this wax to make fire starters or whatever floats your boat in that department. But you're not going to relight those candles. So that's something that I like to stress, because I do think, I don't know, I just know people, and I know that they think like, oh, well, I can just do that. Be warned, you could light your house on fire. So, okay, this is kind of a regret. And I'm so bummed I didn't grab this in the wax melts when the clearance sale was happening. I did not buy anything during the Kringle clearance sale, because again, I'm committed to using up what is currently in my stash as much as possible. But this was the Christmas Time in the City from Country Candle. I love this scent. I do think the jar, I think, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is I think the daylights are sold out now, and I think the wax melts are sold out, but I think the jars, like the candles, are still available in this scent, but they are now back to full price. So I'm really bummed I missed the clearance, but also not, because now I have room in my collection to purchase the new stuff when it comes out for the spring. So, but this is a great scent. Man, if you had this in the candle form, will you tell me if you really enjoyed it? Who knows? Kringle may do another clearance at some point coming up to like unload some more stuff. And I may just purchase a few of the jars just specifically to put in Crocs, because this I think is also a great year-round scent. This is one of the, I feel like, and this is sort of something that I noticed for both fall and holiday time from Kringle this past year. The fragrances didn't necessarily scream Christmas to me. A lot of them I thought I could totally burn like during other seasons of the year. And they were great scents overall, but they just didn't seem super holiday-ish to me. Did anybody else feel that way? And a lot of the fall scents didn't necessarily scream fall to me. So a lot more like conceptual stuff, a lot more perfumey fragrances is what I noticed. I'm hoping for more gourmand this year. Nick said he's working on it, so cross your fingers. Hop to it, Nick. Nick, jeez. All right, let's talk some Scentsy. I shared my Bring Back My Bar haul earlier this week. One of the things that I did not show in that haul, because I was just talking about the Bring Back My Bar things, was the addition of this. I do have one of these Scentsy like plug-in things that like where you put the pods in. These are the Scentsy pods. And this is the scent Starburst Sky. So I have this going right back by our patio door. This smells so good. It kind of smells like a really delicious, like sweet, girly candy type scent. Maybe like a touch of cotton candy in there. It just smells good. It's kind of fun for, I would think, like around like Valentine's Day. So anyway, I really like this. I think I need some bars. Now, I have just been using some of my older Wax Up. I haven't even started melting any of the new Scentsy bars yet. I'm planning on starting that this next week, so stay tuned. But wanted to use up some of my bricks that I had left in my collection. So I had the Pink Poinsettia, which was one of those bricks that was out, not this past holiday season, but 2021, I think is when this one came out. This is another very sweet kind of candied type scent from Scentsy, and I liked it a lot. In fact, I think I had 2 of these bricks, and it doesn't smell like poinsettias to me. Kind of has like fruity, like more fruity type notes, maybe like a plum raspberry type of vibe, maybe. I get some of the black raspberry in here, like the Scentsy black raspberry, which is so good. Is it black raspberry and vanilla? Yeah, I think that's what it is, but so good. Anyway, this was delightful and perfect for like after the holidays. Another one that I was kind of using for the last couple weeks here and finishing up was the Fluffy Fleece. This was also released, I think, the same year as the Pink Poinsettia. And this one is more of a perfumey, like cashmere type scent. I like it. I like it. Definitely not something that would be club worthy to me. I also get like a slight hint of laundry from this one. It was a nice, clean, fresh scent to be able to use up. So I was again changing my wax quite frequently. Another one that I was finishing up that I think I only had like 1 cube left in was my Sandalwood Tangerine. So that is delightful, but that is a club item for me right now because it's not currently available. If it ever comes back, you should vote for it and bring back my bar. Or if they just happen to like bring it back around, you should try it. It's really nice. It's like a warm, cozy, ambery patchouli, but not like dirty hippie patchouli, and soft, pretty, very pretty. Yeah, nice, slightly more, I would say, like masculine, perfumey type of scent. I like it. I like it a lot. And then in my, what do you call that? The powder room. I have some Sanctuary going. Sanctuary is probably one of my, I think this is definitely my favorite like perfumey scent from Kringle. And this is from their Country Candle line. This was released in the fall. I think it's still on their website somewhere. And that's it. Those are the wax melts from the past week and the candles and all that jazz. So let me know what you were burning and melting at the start of this new year. Like, what are you gravitating towards right now? Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with it a little bit, but also, you know, I've got lots to choose from. So I think I might be going down the more like fruity scents for the next couple of weeks here with my Homeworx candles. I have a lot of fruity scents left over. So I think I might start kind of gravitating towards those and just, I guess, pretending that it's summertime here in my house. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Stay tuned for the Kringle candle reviews tomorrow, and early next week, look for a candle haul from Candleberry. It's mostly melts. I'm starting out with melts from them because I just want to be able to smell the scents, if you will, and then decide like what candles I would like to test. But those arrived in the mail this morning. I haven't opened the box, so I might actually film this later on today, so you might see me in this shirt again, but we'll do some first sniffs and see what Candleberry's all about. And then also my LAFCO or LAFCO candles should actually be arriving a little bit later on today as well, so we'll do some sniffs with those too. Yeah, lots of fun stuff coming up, and I am so excited to try some different candle companies this year. If you have suggestions, definitely leave them down below. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys are interested in seeing reviewed. So, all right, have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Toodaloo.